I know Bolivians and foreigners want to study medicine in Bolivia. And today we're going to talk exclusively about Udabol University, which is located in the city of Santa Cruz de la Sierra. In this video, I'll give you updated information and also the costs of how much it is to study medicine at Udabol. All the amounts I'm going to mention will be in dollars so that you can convert them into your local currency. The program lasts 6 years, just as a reminder. You will spend 5 years at the university, with the final year as a rotating internship doing practical training. Some hospital where you are assigned. Another thing I have to emphasize is that at Udabol University, in order to graduate, that is, to receive your degree as a doctor, you must take the graduation exam. So you understand, it's like a thesis, but here you don't need to write a thesis. Instead, you prepare to defend a clinical case in front of a panel made up of doctors. Once you defend your graduation exam, then you can start all the paperwork to officially receive your degree as a doctor. Now let's talk about what matters, the fees, the costs. How much does studying medicine cost? Udabol offers various plans and scholarships. The entire program, if you want to pay for it in full, costs 75,000 Bolivianos, which is about $10,800. But if you don't have all that money, you can pay per semester, and a semester is made up of 6 months. That amounts to about 7,500 Bolivianos, which is around $1,083, which is about $1,083. But if you also don't have that money, you can pay monthly. The monthly payment is 1,300 Bolivianos, which is about $187. You'll pay that monthly, but keep in mind, when you pay those 1,300 Bolivianos, it doesn't include administrative fees, accident insurance, or the student identification card. You have to pay all these costs separately. And now I'll explain it to you. The student identification card costs 50 Bolivianos, which is about $7, and you pay that annually. That means every year you have to pay 50 Bolivianos. The accident insurance costs 99 Bolivianos, which is about $14, and you pay that every semester. And the administrative fees are 86 Bolivianos, which is about $12, and you pay that monthly. So you have to add up all those amounts to pay with the 1,300 Bolivianos. That's one plan, the basic one, the one everyone can choose, but they also have some scholarships known as the 1-for-1 plan, which saves you 50%. As I said before, the medicine degree costs 75,000 Bolivianos, but with the 1-for-1 plan, it will cost less. 28,427 Bolivianos. Anyone can choose this plan, but you have to pay the full amount, which is around $4,100. You pay those $4,100 and you're already in that plan, and you don't pay the $75,000. Be careful when paying the 28,427 Bolivianos. It doesn't include administrative expenses, the identification card, accident insurance. You'll still have to pay for those. You pay $28,427, which only covers all 10 semesters of courses. But you'll still have to pay the administrative expenses and the rest, every semester, every month, as I've already explained to you. But Udabol also has another plan called the FUA plan. That FUA plan gives you an 80% discount. As we said, the degree costs 75,000 Bolivianos. With the 80% discount, the degree costs you 12,900 Bolivianos, I mean the whole degree. That equals about $1,862. You also have to pay that in full. I mean, you can't pay it in installments. You have to pay it all at once. That's why they give you that discount, because you're gonna pay everything. But as I said, it doesn't cover administrative fees, your identification card, insurance, etc. You'll still have to pay for that. Of course, in order to apply for these plans, they have limited spots available. At Udabol University, people start enrolling in December and also at the beginning of January. And you can apply for these plans that I mentioned, so don't worry. I know many people want to apply for these plans. They always claim spots are limited, but in reality, they wait and give you the option. And I know that many people are going to ask if I pay for the entire degree. And over the years, If I fail a subject, will I have to pay for everything again, or will I lose that scholarship? Nope. Here, it's not about grades or what your average is, not at all. If you fail the subject, what you have to do is pay for that subject you failed. And the price will vary depending on the credit and the number of hours. If it has theoretical and practical hours, then obviously it goes up a bit. It can go from 500 Bolivianos, let's say, up to 1,000 Bolivianos. So you pay those 500 or those 1,000 Bolivianos depending on the subject, and you retake that subject. But that's it, you don't lose your scholarship and you continue. But like I said, you'll still have to pay the administrative fees, the identification card, and everything else I already mentioned. I'm sharing values since many people want to study at Udabol, or have heard about it. If you still have questions about Udabol University and want more personalized advice, subscribe to my YouTube channel and also become a member of my channel and send me a screenshot on my Instagram. That way, I can give you that personal advice and help you answer any questions you have. Or maybe I haven't mentioned it in this video. As I mentioned before, it's 6 years of medicine. The 6th year is your rotating internship. That amount you paid, if you paid for the entire program at Udabol, does not include it. The rotating internship, you have to pay for that separately, and it has a cost. The cost of the rotating internship may vary. It can range from 10 to 14,000 Bolivianos, or about $1,400 to $2,000. You have to pay that when you're about to start the rotating internship, but of course, you don't have to pay it all at once. They will give you payment plans so you can pay it little by little in 2 installments. They'll take care of it since that amount, as I mentioned, is not included in the scholarship or in the total cost of the program for the year. That's a separate fee. Once you pay all of that and finish your internship, you have to take your graduation exam, as I mentioned before, which is the way doctors graduate in some universities. The graduation exam, of course, has a cost, it has a fee, and that can also vary. It can be about 10,000 Bolivianos or more. These amounts I'm giving you are updated for this year. And of course, every year it can go up or down, but it will always increase by about 20 or 50 Bolivianos more. So, when you finish your internship, you'll have your graduation exam, which has a cost, as I mentioned before. Once you defend your graduation exam, you can submit your documents to receive your degree as a doctor. The medicine program at Udabol is semester-based, and classes start on March 1st. If you still have questions about Udabol, join my channel, take a screenshot, and send it to me on Instagram, and I'll be there answering all your questions. If you enjoyed this video, please share it. Dr. David Campos.